And this one's for you, Jeremy.
What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to this week's episode 124 of the STS Guys. This is Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey guys, it's Nate.
And I'm Scott.
And we are the STS Guys, a weekly podcast, coronavirus free, shooting the shit.
Maybe.
Shooting the
I
shit.
still need to be tested.
Anything geeky, nerdy, and cool. What is going on this week, guys?
Can we change our names this week to the Quarantine Guys?
The Quarantine Guys.
The Quarantine Cast.
Yeah.
The
It's
Quarantine.
been one hell of a week.
That's another good episode title.
Yes. The Quarantine Guys.
Yeah.
Quarantine Cast.
The Quarantine
Yeah.
Cast, yes. I should say this room, I guess, will now be my work home as well as my podcast home for the next few weeks. Thank you, fucking virus. So can I say, thank you for one dumb shit who ate a bat. Now no one can wipe their ass.
No one can
Everybody is so
or eat
scared
Hot
for their.
Pockets. I said the lack of hot pockets in the world now is disturbing.
So can I say go with the title here, guys? Has it been one hell of a week?
It had
One hell of a week. And hello to everybody in the chat. Just a really quick shout out.
Yeah,
Thank you guys
there's
for
quite a
joining.
few of
We
you
got
guys.
Ryan Hockey, Jessica Pogue. We got Heather Bradshaw. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it. And it's good to have all the guys together again. All four guys back together.
Yeah.
Looks like we have Ryan. He's in the prettier district of Seattle. A lot of the CV shit around him.
Oh no.
Yeah, Seattle's getting it bad, man.
Yeah.
They are in quarantine big time.
Do they not know how to wash their hands in Seattle? Is that?
But those dirt cheap Alaskan Airlines fares are quite tempting.
No. So we're going through. So before we get into everything that we actually want to talk about, though, let's go through. Does anybody have any non-coronavirus COVID-19 stories they wanted to talk about? Because I actually have one that something interesting happened to me this week.
So I do, but why don't you go first?
So, because Larry, yours is much better than me. I had the weirdest thing happen to me. So, my father-in-law and mother-in-law, right? My in-laws live in Chandler, right on the edge, kind of by Dobson High, where it's kind of ghetto, right? Their neighborhood is nice, but they're what is it? A ghetto adjacent is the
right. Okay, they're on the okay side of the street.
They're on the okay side of the street, but the other side of the street is not so great. But it's still, you don't want really nice things out and about, right? So we, my brother-in-law gets a new car, so we're going for a drive. He's kind of showing it. We turn the corner, and in this neighborhood, their neighborhood, we find this weird car meetup. Now, when I mean car meetup, there was 2 Lamborghinis, 4 Ferraris, 3 Porsches, and a bunch of Mercedes-Benz just lining these streets. And they had a guy with a bunch of people standing around a kid in a Hot Wheel driving around in circles. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. What? Is it a car club that's meeting up at Joe's house? What the fuck is going on in this neighborhood?
Sounds like someone's shooting a music video.
Yeah, or a porn. I don't know what was going on, but we drove by, and I mean, he has a nice car, but he just bought this new car, and he got one of the new Teslas. So we're, I've never been in one. He was showing us how the autopilot and everything works. So we're driving through, and holy shit! There is more money on the street in those cars than I will ever make or see in my entire life. Let's just put it that way. It was the weirdest thing I've ever witnessed. Just turning a corner and be like, the fuck is going on here?
These are some nice cars.
Yeah, there's some nice ass cars.
Is there a Fast and the Furious party going on?
Yeah, yeah. It's all the used cars from the Fast and the Furious were having a meetup. Like, it's so weird.
What's funny about that is so in my neighborhood, right? So like I said, my neighborhood is a mix of people. So it's either people that are like elderly and like retired, or like super rich tech guys. And so like I said, like it's funny because like, so you'll be walking around the neighborhood, and so like there's this one house that's like right around the corner from me. It's right next door. Like so, there's like a Cadillac Escalade, like a whole bunch of older people, older Cadillac cars,
for 300s,
Coupe de Villes,
and then the Coupe de Villes, and then the house right next to it. Like I said, there's 4 tech guys that look like work in the tech industry. There's a Maserati, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini Gallardo, and then like I said, some other fancy car,
and a Prius.
I'll tell you, it was a Gallardo and a Countach that were chilling out in front of this one.
Crazy,
yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it was the weirdest thing, just out of the blue. Like, I would never see that amount of cars outside of a car show ever. And this was just like for a fucking backyard barbecue at some dude's house. Like, it was weird. So that was my non-coronavirus story.
I wish that was I wish that was led into a coronavirus story, because I had the perfect Fast and the Furious quote to go along with that. You can have any brew along here as long as it's a Corona.
Well, they did delay Fast and the Furious 9 until 2021 because of the coronavirus. So
ouch! I am
there's
sorry,
that.
Larry.
I know.
No.
James Bond got delayed until November. Like, what the hell? It was supposed to come out in April.
Yeah,
fuck like why movies? Why the few things that you would actually want when you're stuck like not
I
being
think
able
it's
to go
because
do shit?
Yeah. It might hurt the box office.
Yeah, right.
I saw Onward yesterday. The theater was same busy as like any other Friday. Like it was busy, so like nobody was staying away.
How was a non-Spider-Man Tom Holland movie?
It was good. No spoilers. Onward was really good. You should definitely go see it.
Nice.
Yeah. So I had a busy week because that was like the low point of my week.
Yeah. You did a bunch of stuff. So
did you have a non-coronavirus affected week?
I totally had a non-coronavirus affected week. Nice. We went to California, and I barely even knew the coronavirus thing was exploding the way it was exploding. So we started off by going to Funko Hollywood last Friday. Finally made it to a Funko store, and it was pretty great. Like I wasn't sure.
Was it cool?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect exactly because it opened up in November. I thought there's a really good chance I'd be underwhelmed because like I've seen all the pictures. Like there really weren't even any pops I wanted to buy. So I'm like, yeah, but still got to go because I want to go, right? But I was blown away. It was amazing.
I think is that hot dog thing like legit where you can go get hot dogs in there?
No, that's not in there. That was at Universal Studios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I saw the picture and it was like intermixed. I was like, wait, is there that there?
If you guys want to check out Larry, what he's talking about, check him out at Nerd and Cheese on Instagram. He's been posting a lot of it into his story.
Yeah,
it looks like a lot of fun.
I posted a couple. I'm slowly posting pictures up on Instagram, and I waited until I got home for reasons. But yeah, so yeah, I thought I'd be underwhelmed, but it was amazing. I liked it. We spent about 2 hours there Friday night, and then went back for another hour or so Saturday morning. It's huge. It is so huge. Ryan, Asian Tony Sark asked what my favorite part of the store was. It's actually one of the parts that we missed the first kind of walk around. It's like the Hanna-Barbera ad icon section that's kind of off to the side a little bit. That was my favorite spot, right? It's got the big Chester cheetah you can take a picture with, Flintstones over there, Kool-Aid Man, the giant like Jetsons lunchbox, the cereal bowl. They've got a cereal bowl like they had a decon.
I was say, is it the decon cereal bowl?
No, it's Captain Crunch cereal bowl. So it's different. It actually has like Captain Crunch shaped pieces in it. I had to go back and looked. I looked at our decon pictures, and the decon one was Funkos.
Those were the Funkos. Yeah,
same idea, but different bowl. So yeah, that was far and away my favorite spot. Like, we ended up spending way more money than I expected to spend. I only got 4 pops, but like I got other stuff too, like T-shirts, and they had the They finally brought back the Freddy Funko cereal bowls. So I grabbed a couple Freddy Funko cereal bowls, even though we had some from Decon. I wanted more. So I got some more cereal bowls. I got the candy. I got the chocolates. They got those weird little other candies. Like,
did you get any more soda cans? Did they have any
no,
more
I didn't.
sodas?
They didn't have any. I totally would have bought some if they would have had the soda cans, but they did not have the soda cans. What was that?
Did you get any Paka Pakas?
I did. Yeah, we hit the Paka Paka machine on the way out the second day. We got some soda cats. It was cool because I've never seen one of those in person before. So it was really cool to do Paka Paka. And Paka Paka seems like it's going to be a thing now. So it's pretty awesome. They had, right when the grand opening happened, they had like 5 exclusives. They're sold out of all of those except for the Huckleberry Hound.
Nice.
So we each grabbed a Huckleberry Hound with the Funko Hollywood tote bag, including a fourth one. That's for Jeremy. So Jeremy, I got you. I got you the only exclusive they had.
I could see Jeremy's face, and he was like, "Oh man, that is really cool."
Just in case they don't have them when you make your way out there, you can at least have a Funko Hollywood exclusive.
That's awesome.
Will you be my Huckleberry?
No.
It looks like a really fun trip, and it seems like part of the joy of going to Funko HQ is the different sections and how they have it set up. So it's almost like kind of like a ride in itself.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like Disneyland for if you love Funko. Like, you're just immersed in this Funko world, and it's just kind of blown away about how they set it up. It's cool to see other people walking around and being excited about Funko as like I am. Cool. That was really fun. My wife and son, again, same thing. Like, right, they like the stuff, but they were more excited than I was, so that made it more fun. And like, we had the opportunity of going to the grand opening, but it would have been me going by myself, and I could have met up with friends and stuff. But I really wanted them to go, so I'm glad we waited. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and
what was that?
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, what was the area with? It looked like you were riding on a dragon or something.
Game of Thrones.
Oh no!
Yeah, there's like a white walker up in the corner, and it's a Game of Thrones dragon. Yeah.
Awesome.
That was probably my favorite picture. There's Star Wars stuff too. Like, I've got a ton of pictures. I probably won't post them all up because there's that many. But we took pictures with pretty much everything. And I think the whole experience was just added to it based on where we stayed. When Ryan, Agent Tony Stark, went to the grand opening, they stayed at an Airbnb, and he posted a picture because their Airbnb was like literally next to the Funko sign, because the Funko store is in like it's attached to like an apartment complex condo thing. So
it's like first floor. It's
like the first floor. So he posted this picture like, "Hey, check out our cool view." So I messaged him like, "Give me the details." I wasn't able to stay in the same exact one they stayed in. I was able to stay like on the north part of the building, but still, like, our Airbnb was right attached to Funko Hollywood, which is so cool too. Because all we had to do to get there was basically leave our room, go down the elevator, and bam, we were right there.
Oh, nice. That's
so
bonus.
Cool.
Bonus. Awesome.
It was pretty cool.
What else did you do, Larry? You did
and then, right. So that was just the kickoff to the trip.
Then Larry went to Jollibee.
We didn't. Ian's probably Ian's actually mad about that we didn't go to Jollibee, but we have a Jollibee here now. We don't need to go to Jollibee.
I think that might be one of the first in the last few weeks we have not gone to Jollibee.
Dude, it's been like 2 weeks now in a row that I haven't been to Jollibee, which is probably the longest since it's opened. But it's spring break still, so we'll probably go next week. But the real reason we went to California,
did you just toss something?
It was my sweater.
Okay.
My sweater string. The real reason we went, sorry Funko Hollywood, was to go to Disneyland. So after that, we drove over to Anaheim, went to Disneyland for 4 days. It was great. Crowds were fairly normal. Sunday was a little bit light, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday were totally busy. It rained a lot on Tuesday, but the crowds and wait times for the rides were still crazy busy. So not a whole lot of coronavirus effect, at least through Wednesday. But it was awesome
until Thursday.
Yeah, until Thursday, and they decided, hey, as we're driving home, like, I got the text alert that, hey, guess what, Disneyland's shutting down.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're talking to Larry, and he tells us he's at Disneyland. I'm asking him, like, how is attendance there? Because we're all talking about the whole coronavirus situation. Not affected. And then what? The next Larry's like, okay, we're leaving. And like an hour later, they're like, Disneyland is closed. Yeah. So your timing couldn't have been more perfect as far as when you went.
No, exactly. I knew it was like going into it. I figured it was a risk. because right, like Tokyo, Japan, like all the non-US ones were shut down. It was really only Disney World and Disneyland that were still open. I didn't think we'd be cutting it that close, where it was literally they made the announcement the day we were headed home, and that it shut down today, I guess, was the first day where it's officially closed. So we totally cut it close.
So Ed says, attention Disneyland visitors, get out. From the stories that I've heard, that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, Jeremy, didn't you have a story about that?
Yeah, so I actually have a friend that was at Disney World. Said when the announcement came through that they were actually shutting down the park. And so what ended up happening was, like I said, the cast members just got up and left, like midway through the day. Like all the people were still standing in line for rides, but like I said, everyone just basically like packed up and then left.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I get it. Like, how do you communicate that exactly? Like, why?
It makes sense. Disney World doesn't have PAs. Like, they can't be like, attention, folks.
Before we go too far into that, Larry, I do have to say probably one of my favorite photos, though, because this can actually kind of lead into the conversation.
Yeah.
Where you're checking at Sombreros in Corona, California.
Yes. Yeah. So on the way home, I just my favorite restaurant in Southern California. It's lame, but it's a burrito place. It's Sombreros. There's a ton of them in San Diego. When we went to DesignerCon and Disneyland like a year and a half ago, I figured out that there is a Sombreros that's basically on the way home back to Phoenix. That's only like 10 minutes out of the way. So we stopped there again. But yeah, it's in Corona, California.
That's kind of like the people that are like that poll that went out and they're like 68% of Americans won't drink Corona beer because of the coronavirus. Like they're fucking related.
Yeah.
You're like, class act, Larry.
Yeah.
All right. Should we just start talking about this?
So we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this shit is utterly ridiculous. So I actually had to go do my annual physical this week, right? Just to go and get like, blood work done, just check, just do the thing that a normal adult should do. Get tested. No, dude. So I'm sitting in the office. My appointment's about to start. I'm like, all right, it's a cool thing. And then this like dude comes in with a mask, old guy, right? Old fucker comes in with a mask, starts freaking out. They rush him to the back, and then he comes out and like leaves. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then a few minutes later, another one comes in. Like apparently every old person who sneezes has been freaking out and going to the doctor to go get like tested for coronavirus. So like my shit got delayed because they had all these people coming in as like emergency need to get tested because they like farted and they're like, oh God, I might have the coronavirus. I got to go get tested. Like fear mongering at its finest. Like it was nuts.
Jeez.
Watching all these old people rush into the doctor's office with masks. And then like, of course they're like, I think I might have the corovirus. So the nurses have to like wipe down everything they got near and like disinfect it. So they're just constantly disinfecting shit in their office, trying to keep up with these old folks that are just misguided. They're like, I had a pedicure with the Chinese ladies and now I got the sniffles. All right.
I feel like this week went from like 0 to 100. They started talking about Corona and like, oh, it's spreading. And then all of that Wednesday, shutdowns. Everybody's working from home. Kids can't go back to school. Costco's running out of water and
basketball canceled the season.
Yeah. I went to Costco on Friday and I knew I didn't want to do this. I was like, fuck, man, I really don't want to go to Costco right now because I knew it was going to be crazy. But I had to get stuff, just to live. But I go there and it's just a madhouse, man. They're completely sold out of water. They're completely sold out of toilet paper. And they're sold out of a lot of other stuff. And I don't know if you guys know Costco, but the dairy section is usually in the back of the store.
Yeah.
And the line to check out was all the way back to the dairy section.
Right.
It took literally like an hour to get out of that store. It was freaking insane. I couldn't believe it. And like, it really makes it real because you're like, holy crap, people are freaking out. Like stuff is flying off the shelves.
I literally feel like as of this week, the theme of this week is the clip from Endgame where Tony Stark is like, I'm sorry, Earth is closed today. I'm pretty sure that is kind of the theme of the week now is the Earth is closed. Sorry, everybody. We'll try again in a week.
So, like I said, so I went grocery shopping today, right? Because so I got notified from my work, like saying, hey, like don't come back to the office until like mid-April, right? So I'm like, normally, like I said, I'm like, because I'm going to the office every day, and so my office actually provides me like breakfast and lunch, and so I'm like, and breakfast lunch if I want to stay for dinner. So I'm like, wow, I actually need to actually make my own lunch now. So I'm like, I better go to the store since I'm gonna be stuck at home for for the foreseeable future. So go to the store, right? It's like the Target is so crazy. Like I said, it's crazy. Like I said, everyone's checking out. There's no toilet paper. There's no cleaning supplies, which is kind of funny in the long run, just because, like I said, now people are deciding to actually clean their houses and stuff. I'm like, that's weird. But like, it's the most.
What were you doing before?
Gone. So like, you would have like normal stuff like hey, there'd be like a frozen lasagna, but then they'd be completely out of like Hot Pockets. So like they would run on and tortilla pizza rolls.
My Walmart was like, it was weird. Walmart, like the hot dog section was totally cleared out.
So
who's buying hot dogs?
No, for me it was chicken breasts. I went to the store today because I was like, hey, I want some chicken. Like, I'm gonna make some chicken for dinner one night. And we went in there and they're like, there's all the beef, and then just absolutely no chicken. There's like one package of really shitty looking like skin on chicken legs, and I'm like,
that's green.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is going on with the world? Like, what?
Yeah,
well, like, you chicken, but there's beef. Like, you didn't go with any of the hamburger. That's no good.
I guess it's fresh. You could freeze it or whatever, but like, one person, one family isn't eating that much chicken.
And I think it's just people freaking out that like maybe grocery stores are going to close, or like, man, I got to get food while I can.
It's literally
vegan section was full.
Yeah, it is. Unless you go to Whole Foods. We went to a Trader Joe's today, and that shit was wiped out. Like, really? That store is like empty. They still had my pancake bread, so I was like, yeah. But
it's crazy though, because like people have been talking about, it's not just grocery stores and everything. They're canceling literally everything. E3 canceled.
Yeah.
WonderCon canceled. ECCC canceled. South by Southwest canceled.
MLB
spring training here. MLB spring training is suspended. NBA is suspended.
Hockey.
Like, what's going to happen to
STC is gone.
Like, it is insane. Florida all canceled. It's affecting everything. It's crazy. I mean, like you joke about it, like, oh, people are freaking about it. Corona. I have never lived in something like this.
No, they've never canceled the sports or Disneyland. Disneyland never closes. The last time it closed was September 11th.
Yeah,
for like 2 days. Like, this is unprecedented, like, lockdown.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like Jessica said, no Coachella.
Tyler's today's Comic-Con
canceled. Yeah, I mean, it is insane.
Yeah, like, so did anybody see fights at the grocery store, like, over shit?
I didn't see fights, but I saw a lot of aggression in the parking lot.
No. Jeremy, I know your fight's probably better than this. I saw one where a lady was buying a shit ton of toilet paper. Like a stack of it, but it was like teetered really fucking like bad, right? Like, she's obviously an idiot, and it was starting to fall. So the guy behind her went to like stop it from falling over, and the lady went ballistic on the dude. She's like, "Don't fucking touch that shit. That's mine." I was like, "Oh god!" Like, oh, that's the fucking worst of humanity coming out here today.
Toilet paper.
Over toilet paper. This lady was like screaming at some dude just to try to stop the avalanche.
What's up with the fear of like needing toilet paper? Like, are you gonna get diarrhea when you get corona?
Yeah, is that one of the symptoms?
Diarrhea is not a symptom of it. Like that, they're saying like 3% or something like that. So here, to take it for what it's worth, because I don't know if this is true, but what I've heard was that like, in some places, China is the manufacturer of their toilet paper. So people were like, oh, there's going to be a shortage. So everyone was like, toilet paper. But they didn't realize that like most U.S. companies, toilet paper comes from the U.S. or Canada. So there is no shortage. Now there is, because everyone bought it all. But
it's honestly like supply line. So this was I was actually just reading about this. Like I said, it's one of the unprecedented things they actually finally did. So they actually just suspended basically that is like a rule from like 1938 of basically how many hours, like I said, truckers can be on the road, just because, like I said, the supply lines right now are just so stretched because everyone's panic buying. There's not basically enough truckers to actually get all the shit to basically to where it needs to go.
Yeah.
And so
Sure.
it's just crazy. So back to the fight. So like I said, I didn't see any like fights, but I saw some very passionate and engaging conversations that people have had.
Yeah.
Like so, for example, like there's these three guys, like I said, walking up and down. Like I said, the aisles of Target. Like, oh yeah, bro. So they're like bros too. Like, hey bro, we need some peanut butter, bro. I don't know, I don't like that kind, bro. So, and so one of the dudes just goes up and literally to the entire like shelf of Jif and just like
grabs it and pulls it in. So,
and then the lady behind him just started yelling at him, like saying, "You gotta leave some for us," and like they just started going back and forth on, like, "Hey, no, we need this for our peanut butter and jelly, bro."
Dude, one jar of peanut butter lasts a long time.
yeah.
You can make a lot of sandwiches out of one jar of Skippy.
You really can.
Like 2,
Really
maybe
can.
3 maximum if you're like worried. But yeah, peanut butter lasts forever. I'll have jars. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I bought that 2 years ago and I still have fucking peanut butter in it.
All right, so Patrick, I said I needed to know what HEB this was in, just because I said I have a ton of HEBs by me. I'm like, if I could go and actually get entertained by a mariachi band once in a while I shop, I'm
That
down.
sounds
right?
amazing.
So, Jeremy, you bring up a good point with the guys that are buying it because they need their sandwiches. Is it just me, or is like everybody that's buying this shit, like you can tell that they're just going out there to try to resell this shit?
Oh, so right before the stream started, right? So there's this guy they said that bought like 17,000.
This is what I was going for. Is if you guys saw this story,
17,000 bottles of hand sanitizer that he was reselling for like $40 and $50 a pop on eBay.
No, it was $20 for the thing, but the guy was like, he said that he was doing it because he was providing a public service because supply lines are ineffectual and he's getting that product to where it needs to go. And he's not price gouging.
It's the price for his services.
It's the price for his services and the shipping cost. Because to ship a thing, he's like, it costs at least $10 to ship a bottle of Purell.
So
that guy is a piece of shit.
So he went into massive debt buying all this shit, and then Amazon and eBay banned him.
Yeah, they banned him.
Idiot.
So I don't usually like quote like Amazon to be like, you're the best company ever or whatever, right? But good on them for going through and being like, if you're price gouging this shit, like you're banned.
Honestly, I am all for the flipping of stuff. Like I said, that's not like emergency stuff.
Yeah. So like toys, collectibles.
Go on eBay and just type in toilet paper. You will be surprised.
Really?
No, I think they all got torn down.
Yeah,
like eBay went.
I'm looking at one right now. 48 rolls for $100.
Yeah.
There's another one here.
If you just go on eBay, go and report those people, and they'll get insta banned. Yeah. Dude, it's nuts.
But here's the thing. So I said
$30 for 4 rolls.
I have flipped stuff in the past before. Like, so for example, like when a new video game console comes out, like I said, everyone has the ability to go and pre-order a console. Everyone in the world has the ability to go and pre-order. I said I'll actually go and pre-order like 2 consoles, just because I said because there's always that group of people.
We got to talk about these people too.
Let's pre-order their console, and I said and I'll sell it. I said okay. I said, you know what? I make money off that to pay for my own console, but like I said, that's a luxury item. That's not necessarily a survival. Like you
don't need a PS4 to live.
Yeah, you don't need a PS4 to live. And so like, this is just downright just disgusting.
But I contrary to popular belief, we all need to wipe our ass at some point. So Heather brings up a really good point too. There's another couple that got like in a big ban because they went and bought 3 pallets of Lysol wipes from Costco.
The one in Canada,
the one in Canada. So basically, they just went like ahead of time, bought all the Lysol wipes that they could, right? Like bought out the store, so there are no more in that area. And I think it was like Vancouver area. Like bought them all out, and then we're selling them at like 600% increase. They also received the perma ban from eBay and Amazon.
So the funny thing,
but they spent $70,000 on it. They made back they made 100 before they were like pulled. So I mean, they still made
They still
like
did
30
pretty good.
grand. They still did
Yeah,
pretty
but-
good, but like
man.
now they have like 2 pallets
No,
of
Yeah.
fucking Lysol wipes. What are they going to do with?
if these people want to make money, like I said, put your money in the stock market right now. I said it's
Yeah.
crashed and burned. I
Ah.
literally picked up Real Caribbean cruise stock that was $130. I said 3 weeks ago for $29.
What? That's cheap.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
flipping that you need to do.
Take that 70 grand and
Yeah.
throw it into stocks.
Yeah, dude, airlines are going through the crapper right now.
Yeah.
I said like Southwest like crashed by like I think it was like close to like 46% from where it was 4 weeks ago, and so I said all this is just temporary sustained like solutions anyways, and so it's a matter of like, hey, what can I do to day trade like with some of this?
Exactly. Yeah. I'm going to make some money on this shit, but I'm going to do it in a way that is legal and not hurting people. Like these fucking, I'm going to call them human yeast infections, right? Like need to like go away.
Dude,
Like, they deserve to get the permaban from
Yeah.
Amazon. The dude that did all
Yeah.
the hand sanitizer, like he was one of those people that like makes his living doing the reselling of stuff on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
And he got the permaban, so he's like,
Yeah.
"You're
He's
out,
screwed.
dude.
Yep.
But it's
You're
like
done."
you said, man. They're just the scum of society because they're preying on people's fear and they're making you pay like this premium for things that you really need. It's just sad.
Here's the worst thing is I'm actually running low on toilet paper. So I need to go. I actually need to go buy toilet paper. I will buy a normal human amount, which, to be fair, even 48 rolls is not a normal human amount. Like I always feel awkward
Not
when
a
I buy the
bachelor household.
yeah,
The Costco
dude,
one.
I always feel bad when I buy the Costco one because I'm like,
Yeah.
Where am I
people are
going to
think
store
I
it?
shit way more than I do, but like I still feel awkward with that. But I will buy one, but I need some toilet paper, but I can't find it anywhere.
Everyone poops. Everyone toilet paper.
Like I'm about this close to buying a bidet just so that I have one in the house.
Well, you know what? Like, and that's the thing. Retail stores are profiting like crazy off this hysteria because
Right
they're selling
now,
all this stuff.
Until
And
all
they're
the
not-
people that can't resell it return that shit, and then they
Yeah.
have an excess of stock.
I feel like they should, and people are probably going to hate this, but they should almost like step in and kind of try to help ration that stuff. Like, 4 things of toilet paper per person to make sure everybody gets some.
So
But they're not really doing anything about it either.
Yeah, HEB
you know.
here in Texas is doing that now. So they're
Yeah.
doing that, and they're actually limiting the store hours because right now, so they're actually having trouble stocking the shelves. So they're actually-
Sure. Yeah. They need some quiet time.
yeah, so they're actually closing down the store earlier now and actually limiting. Like I said, what you can like. I think there's limits on like cleaning products, paper products, and then like dairy products like eggs and yeah, because like there's no eggs or milk like either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So around here, there's milk everywhere.
Yeah. We had
Eggs.
milk. No
Eggs
problem.
there's no eggs except for so this is where I know that people are not that desperate. All the eggs are gone, but the entire shelves are stuck with the egg beaters. Like so you're just getting eggs, but the shit that's been like pasteurized and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
This is
already
this is
cracked.
another like example of if you're a company that makes food and it has not sold in the coronavirus hysteria, you need to go back and look at your food and maybe
Rethink your product.
start to figure out why it's not selling so well. Because something wrong with it. Everything is selling except for
Right.
that stuff.
I was thinking too, like I was like, well, maybe I can just run to the dollar store. They probably still have toilet paper. But then I was like, wait, do I really want to go get dollar store toilet
No.
paper?
You're gonna be going rolls with that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a single
God,
roll
no.
just to get the equivalent of a
Seriously.
two-ply.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be falling apart as you wipe.
So it's crazy right now, and I think what's going to get even this is when it's going to like literally shit's going to hit the fan. And I said, I think it's going to happen. I said it's not crazy and out of the thought. Now you basically have this influx of millions of people now working at home on these home broadband connections,
Oh.
and so there's like I said. There's probably going to be an outage at one point in time or another throughout this entire mess.
Oh, I
That is just
guarantee.
hard, pure like insane panic.
With Cox,
Well, and
they have not planned for their infrastructure. Other nodes aren't going to handle this. I can tell you,
yeah.
Jeremy, I getting close to it working from home. Because obviously I run data right as my job, so I'm very cognizant of how long certain things take. Shit that normally takes like 10 minutes was taking hours on Friday just because everything was clogged. Like our VPNs are clogged, like the internet speeds are down. Like your prediction is not far off, dude.
Like Scott's saying, these companies can't even handle the server capacity.
Yeah, they can't handle it when there's just a new video game that comes out.
So I have a fiber line to my house, right? So I have basically gigabit internet to my house. So that speed has reduced by half. I said over the last like 3 days.
Crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, like, is that really a bad thing though? I'm still getting paid.
So,
I'm working from home.
Yeah. So Larry, we need to talk about the post that you just made because this is the shit
so
that
Ed,
gets me.
Throw that Ed comment up there. I got it. Ed said, I figure if we run out of toilet paper and we can't find any, we'll just go to Taco Bell and steal a whole bunch.
See, so that's my thought was like, I was happy to go to to be able to go into work because it's like, well, at least they'll have toilet paper. Like I can just shit at work.
That's
and
the thing. You're gonna
start
seeing people stealing toilet paper from public bathrooms.
Oh, God.
You're gonna go in there and they're gonna be empty.
Dude, from all the times I've worked in retail, I got one of those little universal like plastic keys that opens the toilet paper thing. Like I can take a roll in it from wherever I want.
Yeah. But where'd you go, Scott? Because I went to Chick-fil-A today, and the napkins and all the condiments, like the ketchup and the straws, they weren't out in the normal spot. They were behind the counter.
So
yep, they don't want them getting sneezed on.
I went to Shake Shack
or stolen.
Yeah. So no, I went to Shake Shack.
Oh yeah.
And
nice.
Going up, the line to order your food was shorter than the line to ask the girl to give you condiments because they removed all the condiment dispensers to behind a counter so that you have to be like, can I go get a couple of things of ketchup? And they'd like, squirt the ketchup for you and give you the little cups of ketchup. Like it wasn't like they had packets. It was the little, they made the cups for you and then handed those out. And then, like straws and everything were behind the counter. Again, it's going back to making me feel like I'm a child at like a daycare that has to ask for everything. Like, can I get a straw with my juice? Yeah. Like, give me like, what the?
It's crazy. I mean, I think it's twofold, right? So like Nate said, so you don't sneeze on it, but then it's also so you don't somebody doesn't walk off with all the ketchup.
Ryan has,
I can't buy ketchup.
Confirmed my story at the Shake Shack. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I can't buy ketchup at Walmart, so I'm gonna go to Shake Shack and take all your ketchup packets. I
don't think it's that. I really think it's Shake Shack because they send an email being like, "We're gonna make some changes to give you guys to be better for you." It's Shake Shack being like, "We don't want to be responsible for someone we don't want to get sued because we gave somebody COVID because some jackass sneezed on the ketchup dispenser." So
it sounds like you got an email from Shake Shack. Thursday, when I was driving home from California, is when I feel like all those emails hit. What is the weirdest place you got an email from saying like, here's what we're doing about coronavirus? I think mine was PetSmart.
No, I got one. I got a good one. Anybody else got one before I drop mine? Because I think mine is.
I had two. I had one from the tattoo place I go to. And
that's a good one.
And then the other one was the massage place I go to.
Yeah. So I love the fact that
from GameStop.
I love the fact that every place I've ever given an email address out to has sent it to me. So the weirdest one, I think I got the weirdest one because you know who you need to hear about what they're doing to prevent the coronavirus outbreak.
What? Who?
The management from your storage unit. Yeah, Extra Spaces, the place that I drop my. I have a storage unit. Send an email today, being like, "Here is what we're doing to prevent the spread of the coronavirus."
That would be PetSmart
in our stores. I'm like, you don't. You have one employee that lives on the premises, and I don't need to talk to him.
He's not going by and licking my lock.
Yeah, exactly. Like what?
Good.
I don't interact with another human being in this process at all. That is the safest place to be.
All right. So here's basically an example email that I got. So basically from the place I go and get my massage.
From basically, the massage studio.
Reaffirming that they actually wash their sheets after every use.
Oh, thank God.
Good. Again, so I really think that this is the wake-up call for people to be like, you guys are fucking disgusting human beings. Like, you weren't washing your hands beforehand. We fucking know it. Because now, like, when people are buying all these cleaning supplies, I'm like, were just people not cleaning their house before? Like, what the? Like,
that one's pretty gross.
I feel like it's because we're just doing a really bad job of testing people. So people don't know if they have it. People don't know if, to be scared. So people are just going like full bore and like the other way. Everybody's contagious. Everybody has, so it's like, if we just had some education out there, tell people, hey, go get tested. You don't have it. Cool. Just be safe.
Well,
but we don't have anything like that. So everybody's just freaking out.
Well, I listened to part of the Trump state of emergency address yesterday. Aren't they setting up like drive-through testing at like Walmart and Target parking lots or something?
So $43 billion stimulus to help fight coronavirus.
Hey, real quick, shout out to my old boss, Chris.
Hey,
hello, Chris. So
hello.
To go through here, I want to bring up. There's a quote that I think is absolutely wonderful that I need to bring up. It's from a great movie, and it's spoken by the wonderful Tommy Lee Jones, where he says, "A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it." Like it sums up this whole thing. Like I have seen some smart people go through this process and be like, oh, I gotta buy 18 things of toilet paper because my neighbor did, and I need to I go wipe my butt when the apocalypse comes down, but I didn't buy food. Like what the fuck? You're buying bottled water. Like, are you afraid? Like, are you afraid that like the city workers that provide your water are all gonna get sick and then they're not gonna give you water? Like,
I don't know, man. We've watched too many zombie apocalypse. It's been a while since I missed a word. Zombie apocalypse shows and movies.
Words
that
are hard.
I think we're just freaked out, man.
Yeah, like
I love
fuck you, Walking Dead.
I love the new Netflix like how they do like the 1 through 10 now. Like when you log into Netflix, and basically, hey, these are the top 10 things people are watching. Like
Outbreak is one of them.
Outbreak is like
really? Well done, America.
Yeah, we're all watching. Dustin Hoffman's back on it, baby.
And then on Amazon, the number one like trending movie is Contagion, which I have to say, like, is literally eerily similar to actually what's actually happening.
But yeah, like I'm just watching people in the stores. Like I cannot help but just start to chuckle. Like it's the only thing. Like I walk through and I see the empty toilet paper aisle.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can do is laugh. I'm like, you fucking morons. Like in a week that'll get restocked and you're going to be stuck with 48 packs of toilet paper that you can't do shit with. Because I noticed, have you noticed a lot of these places are showing up where I was buying something at a Walmart earlier and they had a sign on there that's like any like cleaning supplies or paper products purchased during these dates basically will not be returnable. They all sales are final. They're like, if you're hoarding this shit and then nothing comes of it, you cannot come back and return this. Like we will not honor it from this date.
Wait till you see the sales after all this is over.
So
it's gonna be sales
too, just because I'm like, I wanted something to do this weekend, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, hey, like, why don't I I haven't been to the range in a while, so I'm like, well, why don't I go to the range? It's like, oh, I'll go and go to Bass Pro Shop and actually pick up some like bullets and stuff so I can go to the range.
Oh, ammo's gone.
No, it's not.
Really?
The store was dead. There was no one.
Really?
I was gonna say, growing up in a redneck state, like ammo's gone. The second could be anarchy, buy the gun. Like everyone's buying bullets so they're gonna get their toilet paper one way or another.
The Facebook HOA group, there was a post about people buying a bunch of bullets and stuff, right, to protect their stash of toilet paper.
Yeah, like
that's
I guess
scary.
You just got lucky,
right? And because it's the other guy that's buying ammo that can't buy toilet paper. He's like, I gotta wipe my ass. You're gonna get robbed for some toilet paper.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of the scary part. If this continues to go, bad, it's gonna turn into like Walking Dead style, where you're not really afraid of Corona. You're afraid what other people are gonna do to you to get their supplies.
Wait, Nate, are you saying we are the coronavirus?
Oh.
Yes.
So
when the chips are down, these civilized people, they will eat each other.
Jeremy, I think you'll appreciate this though. Here's what I gotta say is Fallout had it somewhat right, but they chose the wrong product. So it's not caps, like bottle caps that are going to be the new currency after the apocalypse. It's rolls of toilet paper. That's the new world currency.
I think Nate's already being affected. Look at his internet connection.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, Nate's broadband has become infected. There are too many people streaming.
Yeah,
No, it's that popular.
Yeah.
Just
really?
Nate. Just Nate.
It's okay right now, but when you're talking before, you got kind of laggy.
That sucks.
It's happening already, Nate.
Yeah.
You get the information to the people for the people. Come on.
They heard my comment and they want to shut it down.
Yeah. Just note that our on our side of things, as long as we have internet, we'll be doing our show and you'll be hearing our dumbasses talk.
Do we need to send an email out about that, or
yeah, we need to.
We have ever growing, list of companies. I said in services that are sending COVID-19 emails. I think we need to come up with one about how we will basically continue to serve as the public.
Yes. Dude, that's awesome.
As we go through this crisis.
This is what the STS guys are doing about coronavirus.
every Saturday night.
Every Saturday night, I am filling myself with whiskey. Alcohol kills the coronavirus. So, Jeremy, I would be laughing my ass off if you held up a Corona and not a Dos Equis right now.
I just have the Dos Equis left over from a house.
I will say, even though there's a lot of doom and gloom this week, it wasn't all bad. I did find a cool thing at Target.
Oh yeah,
I found the Red Hulk figure. Didn't find toilet paper, but I found this Red Hulk.
You know what?
So Nate, instead of buying necessities, Nate buys toys.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
I would have too. When I went to
Walmart yesterday, I went to the toy aisle first before I went and checked out like the milk and food I needed to stock my refrigerator after not being home for a week. I get it. That's a cool figure, man. I'm glad you. It
was awesome. I got lucky because I wasn't really looking for it, but I went over and talked to a Target employee. I was like, "Hey, man, do you happen to have a Red Hulk?" And he had one in his stocking cart, so I had to grab it. Also, another recent addition is I got this really awesome Superman arcade from Prime to the First on Instagram. Did some shots with it. Really happy with how this came out. It looks awesome.
Nate, I still think you need to set at least one of them up with the backlighting.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
That's a project for next week.
LEDs.
Since you're not traveling to and from work, you got an extra hour.
Yeah,
I'll have plenty of time to set up a shot. That's
do some shots and yeah. But we'll have to. So the thing I'm most pissed about is we have Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal both coming out on Friday. Like with everyone getting quarantined, I'm like, come on, Bethesda, Nintendo, just pump those up, put them out on Monday. Yeah. Just give me something to do with the extra time that I have now that I don't have to commute to work.
Yeah, because the stores and Amazon, everybody's already got them.
Yeah, they're all there. They're ready to go. Just give the okay to send them out. Give me my cool. Doom. What's better when I'm stuck at home because everyone feels the world is going to end than playing Doom
and Animal Crossing.
Oh, I can't wait for Doom. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Animal Crossing's coming out.
I'm excited for Animal Crossing. I'm excited for Animal Crossing, but I'm sorry, my money's going first to Doom.
Oh, definitely Doom, and I'm glad I ordered it through Amazon so it can just be delivered. I don't have to go out into the craziness to get it.
You're not going to risk coronavirus to get your game.
No, I'm not.
At least you guys had an exciting purchase. I just purchased 2 Samsung SSDs.
Oh hell yeah!
That was my crazy.
Rolling in the bills, man.
Jeremy, did you get any of the Emerald City Comic Con Funko exclusives?
The only one that I really, really wanted was the Funko store.
Yeah.
One. So I got that.
Nice. I got that one too, and I got Millhouse. Those are the only 2 I wanted.
Yeah.
The Funko, the Funko Pop Town was easy too because I they went on sale at 7 a.m. and we had just gotten home Thursday night. I'm like, I don't want to wake up at 7, but so I didn't set an alarm. I woke up at 9 and it was still in stock.
It's
2 hours later.
I ordered this morning.
Oh, it's still in stock. That's awesome. I'm kind of surprised. It's a really cool. It's a really cool pop.
That is.
What were you saying, Scott?
I was gonna say I feel that only certain people would go for that one though. As much.
I guess.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, so
and it's like $40. I get it.
Ryan brings up a good point here. He says a positive thing from the COVID-19 is episode 9, Rise of Skywalker is releasing early on Disney Plus.
Oh.
Is that a good thing though? Because that movie
That's
was
awesome.
kind of was like I actually am not even looking forward to watching that a second time.
It was better than Last Jedi.
If that's not
No,
your
it really
speed-
wasn't. It was about the same.
If that's not your speed, though, I think they're releasing Frozen 2 early now too. Scott.
Oh, damn! All right,
Ooh,
now get me
there
some.
you go.
now we got
go.
your attention.
Some Elsa.
Let it
I already
go.
have that on DVD though, so I've been
Oh,
watching that for a
no,
week
sorry.
already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, I think Ed brings it up in the chat. Funko did a really good job with the release online. Everything went really smoothly. Exactly. For kind of having to pivot at the last minute, Funko made the most of a bad Emerald City Comic Con situation, and they did a whole like Funko virtual con, which is really fun too,
So
with live streams and
it makes-
giveaways and stuff.
did you see with WonderCon they're looking to move that to like a fully digital experience for this
Oh,
year?
no.
So they're still gonna have like all the stuff,
Like-
but it's all gonna be like
panels and stuff?
panels and everything, but it'll be in like a digital format.
That's crazy. I'm interested to see what happens with SDCC because they might take the similar format. If that works out well, you'll see a fully digital SDCC because I don't know. Too good.
Yeah, like so I think SDCC is at that weird pivot point of all this shit will have blown over by then, but do they really want to risk it? Because you have to start getting flights and like hotels now
Yeah, that's the
for
thing.
all that shit. Like so
Exactly. Yeah, like they have a lot of organization that still needs to take place for the con. And
Yeah.
to Scott's point,
Yeah.
they take your money for that stuff, so they need to figure it out now because they're going to have a shit show in their hands if they try to cancel it later.
No, book it now because, like I said, if you book during this month, because like they have the waivers. So if anything that's booked during this month, like I said, you can basically waive and like I said, you can push the credit if you need to.
Oh,
Ooh.
cool.
Okay,
So I just booked
Cool.
a flight to San Diego for $90.
nice.
That
Well, that-
is cheap.
So there was the Funko releases, right?
Yeah,
There was also a couple other releases. We can go through that real quick.
Oh yeah, Mezco did some stuff, didn't they?
Yeah. Mezco.
what they do? What
Let me see.
Wasn't it Mr. Freeze?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, so they
Oh, yeah, there he
released this Mr. Freeze, which is pretty sweet. They've been teasing this one for a while, but they finally
did you pre-order, Nate?
I haven't actually pre-ordered it yet, but I'm not
It's
really.
Batman. Fuck
I
you.
know.
Like
Well-
order that shit.
I'm gonna pre-order it, but I since this is a standard release, I feel like this is gonna be pretty easy to find when it actually does come out. The cool thing is he has light up helmet and these back pack features here, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, no, that Two-Face also standard release? That's all on waitlist though.
Yeah, it's on waitlist on the Mezco site, but if you go to like Big Bad Toy Store or like any other big retailers, you'll probably be able to find it for pretty easy. And then when they do come out, most retailers have them.
I do like this Mr. Freeze is like an Arkham City
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say he looks a lot like Arkham.
Yeah, he's
which
just
is
different.
Which
Which
is
is
to
really
be fair,
cool.
the Arkham one was, I think, the best rendition of Mr. Freeze that was out there. So it's good to see that they're taking inspiration from that.
Yeah, comes with a lot of good stuff.
I just want
cool.
Nate. If you
But
get him,
he is a little pricey, 120.
if you get him, Nate, you need to do a picture with him freezing somebody and have the quote be "Everybody chill."
Yes, I'm definitely gonna get him. So don't. I'll
Yeah,
be doing that at some
You
point.
Do a bunch of Arnold. Just have him say the Arnold quotes, please.
Yeah.
For
Can
me,
you-
have it do thing. Like
You should actually freeze a toilet.
Yeah. That's what
Well,
I'm saying.
look-
Could you throw your other Mezco figures in some water and
just
stick them in the
take one that
freezer?
you don't
Dude,
like.
I
And-
totally could. I could like freeze them in Tupperware of something.
Mhm, Yeah.
Yeah.
And it comes with these cool freeze effects too, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So have them in a block of ice somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
try to get
I
a
think
good
you can do
distilled
it.
water so it's clear, and
I'll be
freeze
doing
a
that.
toy in there and have him freezing somebody.
That would be
That
awesome.
would be cool. Or if you can find a girl, you can just make a frozen Nora
Yeah. Or that, and then
Ooh,
that's
yeah.
in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
right.
one thing. That's one thing that's really missing
Right,
from this is the
going on.
Nora. Do what? Yeah. And they have this new Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero that has really cool freeze effects. I might have to get one just to
Oh.
steal those.
Just yeah.
Now, another cool release this week, before we wrap up, NECA actually bought the rights for Loot Crate. So they actually partly own Loot Crate now.
They fully own Loot Crate now.
Yeah. So they've been doing these cool releases. They did like this gold Tech Shield Batman, which I have up here. It's basically like a gold Batman from the Michael Keaton version. They did the Spirit of Splinter set, which was like a Splinter, kind of like a translucent from the dream sequence in the movie. Now they just released this new set coming. I don't know. They're going to do 3 crates. It's a limited edition series. The first one's going to have the Shredder in it, which is like a comic version from the Mirage comics, which is really awesome.
That is super cool.
Yeah, they're going to do that. Then they're going to have an arcade one, and each one of these comes with a figure. So it's going to be 4 total figures in these crates. So the arcade one, I'm not sure what it comes with yet. There's a cartoon one, and then the bonus figure is a bunny Bebop, actually. So it's Bebop in a bunny suit. It's pretty cool.
From one of the episodes of the cartoon, I think, right?
Yeah.
Weird, but kind of cool.
Yeah, kind of cool. If you're like a diehard TMNT fan, I'm still kind of debating doing this because once these sell out, these are going to be really hard to find figures, I think.
Probably.
Especially
that Shredder is cool.
Yeah.
Well,
but if you get all 3 crates, it's $164.
And you already have some other arcade stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And the same with the cartoon one. You already got some cartoon figures. So
to have the arcade, somebody from the arcade playing your Turtles arcade,
it's probably April.
Cool.
It's probably April, right? They haven't made like a arcade April yet, and she's in that picture. So
yeah, that's the thing. So a lot of people think that April's going to be this one, like you said, Larry, because she's shown here.
Yeah.
And then since you're getting the bunny Bebop, they might do like a bunny Rocksteady.
Or if there was a cartoon, if you had something else, yeah.
But you can only get this figure if you get all 3 crates and pay up front. So it's kind of a cool thing that NECA's doing.
Yeah,
for their fans, and you get other stuff in there too.
I like the fact that they've taken over Loot Crate, but like used it for their own distribution of stuff, but are still given other things. So like it's a good purchase for them. So I approve of that because their shit was going downhill.
Yeah,
I was a subscriber for a very long time and had to stop because it's like this shit is awful.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people did. It was really going downhill. So I hope these are good boxes.
So Patrick wants to ask a question. If you could own any 4-player arcade cabinet, which one would you get? For me, it would be the X-Men one.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Simpsons.
Yeah. Oh, Simpsons is a good one. It's funny. I think I know with Nate, he's gonna. Oh,
Nate's frozen.
Mr. Freeze got Nate. No. That damn coronavirus internet, Nate. Yeah,
TMNT, but
yeah. Well, he brought it up. TMNT for him. Yeah. So Nate actually has a little mini arcade of the 4-player TMNT. I'm talking for him since no one can actually hear him right now.
Batman.
Jerry, what was that? Say it again.
NBA Jam.
NBA Jam, the 4-player,
awesome too.
So that one was great. So we should all buy those 4-player cabinets.
Yeah, and then
go for it. Yeah, Nate, the X-Men there. Yeah, for me. Yeah.
Nate, so did you get I don't think we've talked since it came out. Did you get the gold Gomez from Mezco?
So can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. No, I actually passed on the gold Gomez. It's cool. So it's funny. I passed on the gold Gomez, but I didn't pass on the 5 points figures. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 5 points. So the cool thing about the gold Gomez, it came with an 18-karat plated head. It was actually kind of cool. And then it came with a new suit. But I love the Gomez stuff. I have 3 of them already, and I just didn't want to jump on the bandwagon for that one.
It seems like they're all kind of the same figure, just slightly different.
Yeah.
Where it's getting to be like, do I need the same thing that many times?
Right. But they
this
did
one
include...
this is the bundle that came with a bunch of other cool stuff, including 2 of those 5 points.
Yeah, right. So to Larry's point, it was the Toy Fair bundle, which they gave away to Toy Fair Press during Toy Fair. And it came with these new 5 points figures, which they've only released 1, but they are going to be releasing a whole bunch of them, like Space Ghost, Batman, Scooby-Doo. I had to get the Space Ghost because it's like an exclusive, and it's actually a really cool figure. For being a 3.75-inch figure, it's super detailed, really nice sculpt, and it comes on this like classic card. So
the fact that it comes on a card is great.
Looks like almost like a cross between one of the like Marvel figures and like a reaction figure.
Yeah.
It's almost like a slightly better quality reaction figure. Is kind of what I thought.
Yeah, they came out with the Hazard Gomez one.
Yeah, that's cool.
So this is another little Gomez, but he's 3.75 inch too. So they did a variant of him for Toy Fair. He came in a black suit.
Yeah, I saw those Gomez ones. I thought those were pretty cool. I thought about buying them like off eBay, but then I'm like, what am I going to do with them?
Yeah,
so I passed for now. If they get cheap enough, I'm going to go grab one of those Gomez's because they're really cool.
They are really cool. It's just another thing that Mezco's doing now, and I'm already so deep into the line. I'm like, oh, cool, another Mezco thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
very cool.
So,
you know what else is cool?
What's that, Larry?
Buying Funko Pops from ShumiStore.com.
What?
Because if you missed our episode 2 weeks ago, Shumi's got a whole brand new shipping service. It's a lot cheaper now. Go to ShumiStore.com, find all the pops you want. I think they've even got a thing going on right now where you get free shipping for any in-stock pops. It might have ended already, but I think it was through this weekend. So ShumiStore.com, enter code STS Guys, and you're going to save 10%.
10.
And you can never have too many t-shirts. So head over to Animated Apparel Company.
What do they have?
Find yourself some licensed t-shirts or hats. And if you enter code STS Guys, you're going to save 10% again, and you're going to get free shipping. Animated Apparel Company. It's the best.
It's the best.
Before we go, I have to share an article with you. I don't know if you've seen it yet. Give me 1 second.
Well,
Yahoo News.
Oh, you got it. Okay, good. Wait, inside
toy collection.
Yes.
Nice.
Where is that article? On Yahoo? Oh, an article all about Zack Ryder and his toys? That's amazing.
I will say Zack Ryder probably has one of the most amazing collections I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's true. He's got so many figures.
I said we could still talk about Zack Ryder and his toys.
Yes. It was funny. On one of Funko's live streams, they gave away part of a bundle with a signed Zack Ryder Funko Pop, which I have, but at the same time, I'm like, ooh, I kind of want
Maybe I should get some
another
more.
signed pop.
Yeah, like you can never have too many Zack Ryder autographs, so I was like,
signed
ooh.
wrestling pop. Larry's there,
but I didn't win, so that's okay. But Batista, assuming there's a Phoenix Comic-Con, Batista is coming to Phoenix Comic-Con, so I might get another wrestling pop signed, or I might get a Drax pop, or maybe I'll get both. Who knows?
That would be cool, actually.
Yeah.
So
Real
Larry,
quick,
if you like everybody, what are some other places if you like podcasts that you can talk to?
oh, that's a good question, Scott. There's some podcasts I enjoy, like Talkin' Pops, who will be celebrating their 200th episode next weekend. So don't miss out on that. It's quite a freaking milestone. So congratulations, Mike and Josh. They're actually in Seattle right now because their hotel and airfare was non-refundable for Emerald City Comic Con. So hopefully they're having a good time. So yeah, check out Talking Pops.
Hopefully.
No coronavirus. So check out Talking Pops. Check out Pop Collectors Alliance. Check out DC Figures and Collectibles Podcast. Check out the Toy Photocast. Geek Together Secondary. Here's the Four Dorksmen. And I heard a rumor that there's going to be a new episode of the Totally Rad Movie Podcast next week featuring me and Scott. Where we're finally going to talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We've had a lot of stuff going on, so we haven't had a chance to jump on that. But it is coming in soon. Yes. I actually just got a chance to sit down and rewatch it this week. So I have rewatched it, and it's going to be fun to talk about because it's
like coronavirus prep instead.
Chef's kiss.
It was a pretty good movie, man. Yeah. I might have to rewatch it because it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since I watched it. But
it's good prep for the apocalypse that we're in right now.
Yeah,
it is, man.
Yeah, well, not the movie, man. Not the movie. So we'll stay tuned. Keep a check on the Instagram for when we get that set up so that Larry and I both have time to knock that out. So
yes, next week we'll post it up when we decide today.
Next week.
What do you got, Jeremy?
So for episode 124 of the STS Guys, still coronavirus free, I've been Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey guys, it's been Nate.
And our discussion gave me the coronavirus. I am Scott.
And we're the STS Guys. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.